God is a mastermind. Until the people of Israel, after Joshua, the problems arise. Because there's no successor, no leadership. They went into the sad decline, one of the darkest periods of Israel, which is called the book Judges. In the book of Judges, there's absolutely no leadership. There's leadership vacuum. People sink. People sank into deep black hole again and again, to the point of no recognition of being a sovereign nation led by God. Until the point when people cried out for a king. You see that? People's heart longing for a king. People's hearts longing for a king to be with them. There's a physical king that can talk to it and be protected from the invaders, the king that we can truly trust and lead us mightily and with the great heart and joy. And that is God. The only person who cares about eternal king is God. The Israelites misunderstood the Messiah is supposed to come. The Jewish people at that time was thinking and hoping the Messiah will come, will liberate them from the Roman dictatorship and to set them free. But Jesus kept saying, my kingdom is not of this world. My kingdom is of heaven for eternity. When they arrested him, Judas Iscariot, I think, asked him, did they call you as a king? Are you a king? And Jesus replied promptly, yes. And my kingdom is not from here. My kingdom is from heaven. After that, Pontius Pilate, Pilate began to tremble. My goodness, this guy is so mysterious. In fact, his wife bad dream about crucifying Jesus, that she warned and she tried to persuaded Pilate not to crucify Jesus. It's going to be dreadful things. This man is from God, something, That's why Pilate washed his hands in front of the Jewish Pharisees and the Jewish mob at that time were trying to crucify Jesus. And Pilate said, I found this man of no wrong. There's no basis of crucifying him. But if you insisted, I will consent to do that. But his blood will be on your heads. You heard that? His blood will be on your heads. And the people of Israel, it's almost like, at that time, almost like in a field with this demonic spirit. They yelled aloud, crucify him, crucify him. And then they said, yes, let the blood be upon our heads and our children. That was a mighty curse that pronounced upon themselves. Anyhow, so at that time it was Jesus has come to establish himself as a king. But that king is so misunderstood because that king actually physically died on the cross. Almost the kingdom collapsed. But that kingdom did not collapse because the cross is the power and wisdom of God to save us. That's the redemption. But the cross of Jesus is foolishness to the Greeks who wants wisdom, and a stumbling block to the Jews because they want signs and wonders and powers of God, which Jesus did plenty of them while he was on earth. Why didn't they take that? Jesus walked on water, raised the dead, opened the eyes of the blind, caused the cripple to walk. In fact, at one point, after